Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Guys, by now we should all have heard that the body of Dawnetta Anderson has been found. And for those of you who didn't know and is hearing it for the first time, yes, Dawnetta Anderson's body has been found and on her own premises, the house that she has in Westmoreland. Now, I won't really go into the full issue. For those of you who might not have heard of this case, let me just give you a brief summary. Just a slight synopsis so you can know what's been going on, and then I will speak on the issue. I need to say, though, that this is not a video about the ins and outs of the case. If you want to know the serious ins and outs, I would suggest you visit Popeye News Link, and he has all the details. My reason for making this video is to, after giving you the synopsis of the story, is to give you the moral of the story so that other women will never ever fall in such a situation as long as they live, or at least, or at the very least, run a much smaller risk of falling in such a situation. Unfortunately, this my suggestions and the lessons to be learned here will be lost on a lot of Jamaican women because makes up only about 26% of the people who views my channel. Nevertheless, men will be able to impart the knowledge of what I'm saying here. They too can learn a whole lot from this incident. Because as one wise philosopher once said, never let a good tragedy go to waste. Anyway, for those of you who are not aware of the case, this lady, Dawnetta Anderson, has a husband in Jamaica, but she is Jamaican born and she lives in the UK. Seems that she has been living there from she's a little girl. She's now 64 years old. And with 3 grown adult daughters, who also lives with her in England. Came to Jamaica, met a man, got married to him, and she travels back and forth between London and Jamaica. On this last trip, she traveled to Jamaica on Sunday, November 24th. Her husband stayed with her at a hotel when she reached Jamaica that same Sunday, and they left the hotel together the Monday morning. That's the 25th of November. Since that day, she has been missing. Well, exactly 7 days later, that's on December 9th, her body was found. That's last night, or late yesterday afternoon. Now, here are some lessons to be learned, and ladies, me want to listen to me well. Since she went missing, a lot of things has been revealed. One, her husband is a known criminal, murderer, gunman, thief, extortionist, and he has been charged for many crimes and has spent time in jail and in prison. On top of that, he has a brother who is also his partner in crime. They normally work together, kill together, and get arrested together, and get jailed together, and they do everything together. Now, you see when all of this choose to come out? After she is dead. Now, this tragedy did not have to happen. But it has been said, that there is no fool like an old fool. Because mistakes like this is when a woman makes when she's in her teens or 20s. Not even when she reaches 30 or over. First thing I have to ask is this. What is a 65 24-year-old woman doing with a 37-year-old man? And in this case, age is not just a number. He is 27 years younger than you. And I'm quite sure that at least one of your three picking them is older than him or right in his age bracket. First of all, can such a man lead you? And when I say you, I'm talking to you women out there who are listening to this. What can a man 27 years younger than you teach you, guide you? What level of respect could you have for him, seeing that it's your son? How are your three daughters supposed to see him as their other stepfather? Can they relate to a person in their age range as a stepfather? And again, for the benefit of you ladies listening to this, I have to ask the tough questions that nobody wants to ask. And I'm not peeing on her grave when I ask these questions because they are extremely relevant. Apart from a stiff hood, maybe, what else him have to offer you? Was that all you wanted? Or as a woman, would that be what you're looking for? The only thing you're looking for in a relationship? I mean, what else could he have? It is clear that he's not an intelligent person. People with a level of education or who have a level of intelligence don't just go around and just kill people for a living. So, okay, this man, he has none of the attributes that every woman on the face of this earth should be looking for in a man. And let me list some of them. The first thing a woman should look for in a man, and listen to this, knowledge. If your man does not know more than you about everything in life, then how can he lead you? How can he guide you? How can he gain your respect if you are the one who has to be teaching him? Immediately, that's a lopsided relationship because the man is the head of the household. And if him don't know what to say to you or guide you in the wrong way because he doesn't know any better, what's the point of being in that relationship? So, him not have intelligence and him don't even have looks because him look like a demon. Oh, and let me stick back on that intelligence for a moment. Mind you, I said no more than you. I don't mean being more educated than you because as I've always said, being educated and being intelligent are not tantamount to the same thing. One can be very, very educated and have credentials long like from your elbow, from your fingertip go up to your shoulder, and you're full as fork. I'm talking about someone who reads very widely and who is interested in a broad, or should I say, have a broad interest in what's happening around them, inside the world and across the globe, and history and everything. It is clear that this would not be such a person. And there are certain very intrinsic things that a woman should look for in her man. And I don't see where he would have that. Apart from intelligence, there is good manners, principle, etiquette, dignity, self-respect, pride, ambition, etc., etc. And again, him being the carrier, bloodthirsty murderer that he is, there is no way that he could have been intelligent or have any form of decorum or be polished or has any genteel principles or attributes whatsoever. Apart from his age, the only thing I see that might have made him attractive to her again, and of course that's just my view from the outside looking in, is he seemed to be a very rustic person. And because by nature she seemed to be into the roots type of living, a very natural woman interested in Africa and nature and all things beautiful, she would have wanted a man who is more inclined to be rustic in nature also. And I think rustic is a much more euphemistic way of putting it, because the boy yaga yaga. It is clear saying yaga yaga. So I think she took being rustic a much to a further level than one would think. And one of the things I've got to say here, and now when I say this, there's a lot of people who not going to like what I say. But if you don't like it, I cares not. Because it is true. And every single person, whether you like it or not, you know it is the truth. So if you're vexing me for saying what I'm about to say, then the truth is not with you. And you are the person with the problem, not me. And here's what I have to say. People in the area where they live say that they both go to church and that he was the one who actually invites her to come to church. And they both would go together. Now, let me say this. If you looking a partner, the last place to find a good partner is in the church. Church is where the most evil people, the most wicked people, the most parasitic people go to hide. And I do not believe that a God exists. But if one does exist, and him a come for good people, the church are the last place him a go find them. Him a go find more decent people in the whorehouse, in the gambling den, in the casino, at the racetrack, and all such places. Let us not forget, one of the most bloodthirsty gang member in the Klansman gang was actually a bishop in a church in St. Thomas, the woman with them call Muma. Don't forget. Do not forget that all of these rapist pastors and these pedophile pastors and these crooks, when they come out of jail, they put on a dog collar and call themselves pastor and go rob people, and God don't do nothing about it. Do not forget that Catholic priests have been buggering little boys for nearly 2,000 years. And God stand by and watch and don't do nothing about it. Anytime, if a God exists, then he is protecting every nasty people in the church, because he never make a bolt of lightning strike one of them yet. So the safest place for the most evil people to be in is in the church. And if you don't like what I say, prove me wrong. Now let me continue. So, in a nutshell, the man no have looks, the man no have money, the man no have no influence, the man no have no intellectual capacity, the man no have no ambition. So, what? I just dick? Just dick it did want, lady? Sorry, but I have to go there. Oh, and here's another stupid move where this woman make. Looking old woman, damn fool. Sorry, me know you're dead, but you contribute to your death in a way. She buy a car and give him. Buy a car. Claim that she buy the car for herself. You can buy a car for yourself and put it in your husband's name. Put it in anybody's name. Once the person's name is in the car document and that's registered at the with the tax office, you cannot claim the vehicle again. So you have a car but you don't have a car. You buy a car and give the man, full stop, no strings attached. End of story. No matter how you want to spin it, under the law, a for him car, a him it register too. The only way that she could get back that vehicle, as far as I know, is to take it to court and have the court decide whether is her money really spent on it or whether it was a gift or what. Depends on their argument. But basically, on the face of it, she have absolutely no control over that vehicle. Even though that she has passed on, none of her family member can go claim that vehicle. But when police hold him and kill him, which I hope is what will happen, no argument, judge, jury, and executioner, that's what I want the police to do on this one. And tell me nothing about human rights and all them kind of fact there. And if that happens, then the daughters can hopefully be able to trace down the monies that were spent on the car, and prove that it was the mother's money who bought the car, and then the court may sign it over to her, or rather sign it over to her family. Ladies out there, be careful. Be careful. And let me say this plain. Women not for grind nobody lower than themselves. Man can grind anything much lower than themselves and still be a man. Once a woman grind lower than herself, she's as low as the lowest man she ever grind. That's just how things are. So, ladies, I hope you take away something very beneficial from this post, and I really appreciate your popping by as usual. Oh, by the way, before I go, I intend to make 2 videos coming up sometime this week, hopefully, about the attributes that men are supposed to look for when looking for a woman, and the red flags to look for that should make you reject that woman. And I'll be doing one for the ladies, you ladies, telling you what type of men, what are the red flags to look for, and what are the positive attributes to look for if you're looking for a partner. Those will be coming up shortly, so stay tuned. Guys, thanks for listening. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.